The 2024 Sorento is Kia's latest iteration of their mid-size crossover. It is a 3-row crossover, although it is smaller than the Telluride, which is their bigger full-size 3-row crossover. This one is the X-Pro SX-Prestige, which is the top of the line and has all their off-roading goodies. So this is meant to be good in urban environments and in some off-road situations. We're going to dive into it all in this video. Let's get into it. All right, before we dive into this one specifically, let's talk about the different trim levels available for 2024. The base trim is the LX, then you have the S, then the EX, the SX, the SX Prestige. The SX Prestige is the kind of premium top of the line. And then you have the X line, which is more of a light off-roading package. That's available on the EX and above. And then you have the X Pro, which is obviously a more professional off-roading package. You get beefier tires and everything. We're going to go into it because that's what we have here. That's only available on the SX Prestige. So this is the SX Prestige, which is the top of the line, and it's the X Pro. So the 2024 Kia Sorento sports a refreshed exterior design that emphasizes a bold and rugged character, perfectly aligning with its role as a versatile midsize SUV. The overall look is more angular and boxy, with a pronounced upright hood that gives the Sorento a stronger, more assertive presence on the road. This design language draws inspiration from Kia's award-winning Telluride, with similarities in the squared-off edges and the upright stance. The front end is dominated by a broad and rectangular grille framed by vertically stacked LED projector headlamps that lend modern yet aggressive aesthetic to the vehicle. The distinctive amber daytime running lights, part of Kia's star map lighting design, and a futuristic touch that makes the Sorento stand out, especially in low light conditions. Unique to our X Pro trim are several design elements that enhance its off-road ready appearance. The X Pro features exclusive matte black finish wheels paired with beefy 17-inch all-terrain tires, which not only contribute to its rugged look, but also provide practical benefits for off-roading. The X Pro's front and rear fascias are distinct from the other trims, incorporating a wider cosmetic skid plate that adds to the crossover's rugged appeal. The blacked out trim continues with the X Pro's high utility roof rails and unique black badges, further differentiating it from the rest of the Sorento lineup. These elements combined give the X Pro a robust, adventure-ready appearance that is both stylish and functional. The SX Prestige, on the other hand, focuses on blending luxury with the Sorento's bold exterior design. While it shares the basic exterior architecture with the rest of the Sorento lineup, the SX Prestige trim includes more refined touches such as chrome accents and an available panoramic sunroof that adds a premium feel to the vehicle. The SX Prestige also features the amber-colored star map lighting design, but with a more polished overall aesthetic compared to the more rugged X Pro. The exterior enhancements in the SX Prestige trim strike a balance between luxury and the Sorento's inherent ruggedness, making it an ideal choice for those who want a sophisticated look without sacrificing capability. Looking at the full size of the vehicle, it does have a height of 70.3 inches, a width of 74.8 inches, a length of 189.8 inches, and a wheelbase of 110.8 inches. And it has a standard ride height of 6.9 inch ground clearance, but our X Pro gets 8.2 inches of ground clearance. All right, moving along to the cargo area of the 2024 Sorento. It's designed with versatility and practicality in mind, making it well suited for both daily use and extended adventures. With all 3 rows of seats in place, the Sorento offers a 12.6 cubic feet of cargo space, which is enough for smaller loads. When you need more room, folding down the 3rd row expands the cargo volume to a substantial 45.0 cubic feet, providing ample space for larger items or a bigger haul from the grocery store. For maximum cargo capacity, folding down both the 2nd and 3rd rows opens up an impressive 75.5 cubic feet, allowing you to carry bulkier items. The wide and flat floor combined with the easy to use fold flat seats makes the Sorento's cargo area highly functional, whether you're loading up for a family vacation or transporting outdoor gear for your next adventure. Under the hood, we have a 2.5 liter turbocharged inline-4 engine that delivers an impressive 281 horsepower and 311 pound-feet of torque. This engine is paired with an 8-speed automatic transmission, providing smooth and responsive shifts that enhance both daily driving and more demanding situations. The powertrain's performance is well suited to a variety of driving conditions, from highway cruising to navigating rugged terrain. The X-Pro trim here in particular benefits from this powerful engine, as it supports a full towing capacity of 4,500 pounds, making it capable of hauling small trailers, boats, or other recreational equipment with ease. Lower trims of the Sorento offer a towing capacity of 3,500 pounds, while the base engine option has a capacity of 2,000 pounds. This combination of power and capability ensures that the Sorento is not only a versatile family SUV, but also a strong performer for those who need to tow heavy loads. All right, guys, now let's touch on the interior of the Sorento. Again, this is the SX Prestige X-Pro, so we get a lot of nice interior details, including these really nice seats that are heated and cooled. You do have the X-Pro logo embossed here into the seat. Obviously, perforated leather. Stitching actually matches the leather tones instead of being contrasting. You've got the same look on the door with a wood grain material for your dash. But I'll go ahead and kick it on before we get into deep here, and I'll give you a good look around. And first off, it is a push button start, so we'll push it and kick it on here. And you can see everything come into light. Turn the fans down a bit. And the first thing you should notice is this panoramic dual 12.3-inch screens here for your driver information display and your infotainment display. It's all on one large, rounded, panoramic bezel. Kind of the way that the industry is going. A lot of vehicles have this kind of setup now, including a lot of luxury vehicles, which makes this really stand out. And if you've been in a Kia in the last couple of years, it'll all look really familiar to you. You do have a nice, responsive UX system here from Kia. It does have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto connectivity to it, so you can plug in your phone and just run your system of choice. It does do wireless or having it plugged in. You get a few apps and diagnostic pages, as well as navigation. Moving below that screen is actually another screen of buttons. And this is Kia's like dual screen. I really do like this setup. We've seen it in a lot of Kia vehicles recently as well, where right now everything is AC and heat controls. But if you push this, it turns into a lot of your media controls. So the knobs turn into your volume versus temperature control. Good use of space, so you don't have a ton of buttons. And although it is a screen and touch buttons, it's all very responsive. Moving down a bit further, you can see the heated and cooled seat buttons here for either side. We've got our USB Type-C connectivity. The driver's side here interfaces with the infotainment system, and the passenger side is charging only. And if I get some of this mess out of the way, you can throw your phone down here, and it is a wireless charger back in here, and still a lot of cubby space on this side. We've got our cup holders, traditional gear shifter. We can put it into reverse. And you can see our full 360 camera and backup camera here. Obviously, 360 camera is great for the off-roading or just getting this thing in a parking spot. Moving back from the gear shifter is the driving modes. So you have normal, which is what it kind of defaults to, snow mode, a smart mode, a sport mode, and an eco mode. Clicking into this locks the center diff for off-roading. You've got a button here to turn off the auto start stop feature, electronic parking brake, heated steering wheel, an auto hold button, a hill descent control, parking sensors, and a button to bring up those cameras. Armrest, decently padded. Nice, decent sized cubby there. Moving on to the steering wheel, you get that same tan leather look with black contrasting around it. All the controls that you would expect on the steering wheel, including all your cruise control settings with your safety features, paddle shifters here on the back of the steering wheel, and that 12.3-inch driver information display. You do have a few screens here that you can thumb through and look at, as well as going through different pages here. When you change the driving modes, you do get a bit of a different look for each, but it's not quite as customizable as a lot of full LCD displays, which is fine. It shows you what you're actually needing. We also do have aluminum pedals here for that sporty feel, and a full panoramic moonroof. But quite frankly, it's just way too warm right now for all of that. Now this is a 3-row crossover. It's a mid-size, so it's not a full-size crossover. So you're not getting a ton of space. We already talked about the cargo volume. So if you've got the 3rd row up, you're not getting a ton of room for packing stuff. Even on some like grocery shopping trips, you've got to put one seat down or so to get everything for the most part. Luckily, we're in the situation where we're only carrying 5 people instead of 6, so we can do that. But if you're constantly carrying 6 or 7, you're going to need to jump up into either the Telluride or what I own, which is the Kia Carnival. Just something to think about. If you got kids in the rear seats, they're actually decently comfortable and decent size. I wouldn't really want to be back there as an adult, especially me being 6'1", bigger guy, but the kids rode back there during the week, had no issues. 2nd row, I actually did get back there. There's a ton of space for the 2nd row. The seats can move forward and back to give you extra space. You've got your own heated and cooled seats there, captain's chairs. Each seat can have its own charging, all USB-C in here. Just a really good package for a mid-size crossover. With that, let's go ahead and take it on a drive. Driving the 2024 Kia Sorento in this X-Pro SX-Prestige trim has been a thoroughly enjoyable experience, thanks to its well-balanced blend of performance, comfort, and advanced technology. The first thing you notice behind the wheel is how smooth the ride is, a quality that is greatly enhanced by the Sorento's beefy all-terrain tires paired with 17-inch wheels. These tires not only provide excellent grip on various surfaces, but also contribute to a more cushioned ride, absorbing road imperfections with ease. The steering is responsive and well-weighted, giving you a confident feel whether you're navigating tight city streets or cruising on the highway. The suspension setup strikes a nice balance between comfort and control, making the Sorento a capable performer in both urban and rural settings. The technology in the Sorento also plays a significant role in enhancing the driver's experience. Features like radar-guided cruise control and lane keeping assist work seamlessly to reduce driver fatigue, especially on longer journeys. These systems are intuitive and responsive, helping to keep the vehicle centered in its lane and maintaining a safe distance from other vehicles on the road. Although I didn't have the opportunity to take this specific Sorento X-Pro off-road, my past experiences with similar models give me confidence that it would handle rugged trails competently. The 2024 updates, particularly the refined steering and improved suspension, further contribute to its off-road potential. In terms of fuel economy, this Sorento X-Pro SX-Prestige delivers respectable numbers, especially for a vehicle with such versatility and power. The EPA ratings come in at 20 miles per gallon city, 27 miles per gallon on the highway, and 23 miles per gallon combined. These figures are competitive within the mid-size SUV segment, particularly for a model with standard all-wheel drive and a turbocharged engine. Whether you're using the Sorento for daily commuting, weekend getaways, or towing, its fuel efficiency allows you to strike a good balance between performance and cost at the fuel pump. Overall, the Sorento provides an efficient and enjoyable driving experience, making it a stronger contender for anyone in the market for a well-rounded SUV. All right, guys, and after that drive, let's quickly talk about the price and competition, and then we'll start wrapping it up. First off, the base LX Sorento starts at $31,000. That, to me, is a pretty high bar to start at, and I would really like to drive that base model. I haven't had the opportunity to, but maybe one day I will. If you're moving into the SX Prestige, you're looking at $43,500. The SX Prestige X Pro base is at $47,390, and our vehicle here with everything that it has is $49,400, so basically $50,000. And again, that's a lot of money, but it is quite a bit. And like I said, I didn't get to take it off-roading, but if you do any kind of camping or light off-roading, this will do it for you. Some of the competition you can talk about is the Toyota Highlander, which is obviously a staple in the market. Really good vehicle. The XE all-wheel drive has a price range around $47,000, $48,000. It's a very reliable vehicle. The XSE with all-wheel drive kind of competes with this X Pro, although less focused on off-roading. You can look at the Honda Pilot, which I've driven recently. The new Pilot, especially in the Trail Sport all-wheel drive trim, really good. That one you're looking around $48,000, $49,000, but is a more serious competitor to this with the off-roading capabilities, and still three-row, obviously. The all-new Hyundai Santa Fe competes with this as well. And of course, it has its own off-roading variant, which we did take off-roading on our trip to Tennessee. Really worth checking out that video if you haven't seen it. Blew me away on how good that thing did off-road and what kind of challenging off-roading things we did with it that I wouldn't have assumed. And I would never take my personal vehicle on the kind of trails that we were able to take the all-new Santa Fe on. So again, really worth checking out. I kind of like the design of this Kia more than that Santa Fe, even though a lot of people are raving about the design of the Santa Fe. Take that for what you will. Then you have the Ford Explorer in the same market. That thing is rear-wheel drive, but you can get the Timberline four-wheel drive option, costing around $49,000, $50,000. It is rugged, stylish. I haven't driven it in a while, but Ford Explorer is always a decent pick. It's just going to cost you more money. And finally, the Subaru Ascent. Again, it's been a while since I've driven this. I've driven a lot of Subarus lately, but not the Ascent. But obviously, Subaru's known for its all-wheel drive, for its off-roading capabilities. And that one starts a little bit lower at $46,000. So a lot of great competition out there, a lot in this market, even if you're looking for light off-roading like this X Pro offers. And all sort of around the same price, from the $45,000 to $50,000 range. So it puts this in a really competitive area if you're looking for that light off-roading. If you don't care about that, definitely go down towards one of the lower trims and save some money. But with that, let me jump out. I'll give you some of my final thoughts and we'll wrap this thing up. All right, guys, and after a full week of driving this thing, and I've driven a bunch of the Sorentos over the years in a lot of different trim levels, and I think this one is really good. It probably wouldn't be the package that I bought personally if I was buying into one of these. I'm always more of the give me the base model and let me do with it what I want. But you do get a lot of goodies on here, with it being the SX Prestige and the X Pro. That premium engine, these beefier tires, all culminate in a really great package, and one that I would definitely recommend if you're interested. We went through some of the competition. I really like this thing in the market. So if you're looking at anything else, definitely worth test driving this. Again, gets a thumbs up from me. I would like a thumbs up from you on this video. So hit that thumbs up button, leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think about the Sorento. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already. We do a different review every week. Also go check out TXGarage.com where we've got a lot of written reviews as well as event and news coverage over there from a lot of great authors, not just myself. Really worth checking out TXGarage.com. With that, that's all I got for you on this one. Thanks for watching.